Welcome, my dear, dear friends. We are Samain. We send you the light of the pole star, that star holding aspects of ascension for your planet, your solar system, and your species. May you fill up with this light so that you can radiate it outward unto all who may receive it. Good. Now we hope that this talk finds you well, my friends, and that you are coping well with some of the energetic shifts that have recently come your way on a planetary basis. These are shifts that are interestingly causing upheavals on a mental and particularly emotional level. What these energies are doing are bringing up what we would call hidden beliefs and assumptions. Things that you have basically held, we won't say unconsciously, but more or less semi-consciously. Some of them are beliefs and assumptions that you have created over your lifetime. Some are those that you have learned or even inherited or been taught. But many of these beliefs and assumptions have colored your view of reality. Now we know that many years ago in your time, the entity Seth talked about beliefs and talked about how important they were in creating your reality. And indeed made that statement so many times that it nearly became a mantra. Well, this is absolutely true. You create your reality through your beliefs, through your assumptions about how reality operates. It's very simple. And then you manifest from those beliefs and assumptions. Now, we know that some of you may be thinking, well, Samin, that's all fine and good, but one of the difficulties I have had as an individual is manifesting. Well, we would say that not manifesting is a form of manifesting. In fact, it is a popular form of manifesting for many people. For it allows them to stay in place to a certain degree. Now, this is different from what we would say at times your soul, in connection with the universe, may keep you from manifesting something or block you from manifesting something for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it is because simply you are not ready to receive it, or that things have not set up properly in order for it to come your way. And then there are times when you may seemingly be blocked from manifesting something you desire because it is not appropriate for you. And that having it would cause more problems and issues for you to face. So, again, not manifesting is a form of manifesting. Well, your beliefs and your assumptions play a large part in this. In fact, they play a large part in how you manifest your life and the life events that you experience. And of course, your life is the greatest manifestation that you have. We would call these beliefs and assumptions the filter or lens through which you not only view your life, but through which the energies of manifestation come through. So they are extremely important. Now, over the years since the Seth material was created and was popular, this idea of your beliefs creating your reality was very prominent. However, as time went on and this material began to recede to the background, as more material began to come forward, this idea began to fall by the wayside. Quite a bit, actually. And of course, it was replaced with other types of messages, such as those coming from the movie The Secret and related projects and channelings. But there has always been, in large part, a gap between the understanding of this concept of creating your reality through your beliefs and assumptions, and the ability to actually shift those beliefs in a positive way. So yes, there was talk at one time not long ago of learning to control and apprehend your thoughts. But in a way, that is putting the cart before the horse, so to speak, because your thoughts tend to be a part of the manifestation coming from the beliefs and assumptions that you have. And so you form your thoughts and thinking along those lines. And in order to change the thoughts that you have, you must change the beliefs. But then again, how does one do this? Well, it can be a very labor-intensive process, and one that does require a certain amount, or rather we should say a certain ability to be able to view oneself objectively, to be able to step outside of oneself and view the personality and the thoughts and eventually the beliefs and assumptions that form those thoughts, or that those thoughts are formed from. This, of course, involves quieting the mind, which is why many who undertake the meditation process may eventually find that they, after going through a honeymoon type of process with the meditating and the peace and calm and love that comes from that, well, they find that suddenly they are smack up against beliefs and assumptions that they have. And so this is, of course, a part of that process of becoming more conscious. And that process of becoming more conscious is, of course, essentially the part of the ascension process. Some manage to get by without ever going that far. And so they may need a bit of a push, which often comes from the universe itself and from spirit, of course. But it must be, this examination of beliefs and assumptions, a process that occurs in order to have that expanded consciousness and have it grounded in your everyday reality. So, going back to these energies which we have discussed, you now have actually, through these energies, an additional assistance, if you will, in order to apprehend this process of examining one's beliefs and assumptions and shifting them. We would call it automatic, although from your vantage point, it may not seem so. It may actually even seem to be intrusive. For situations may arise where these beliefs begin to come up, and you may be challenged by or about them, or you may have them challenged in other ways. And these may not be simply beliefs that you have about different things or aspects of life, but they may actually go to the core of your beliefs about the life experience itself and what it means. The belief in your own ability to embody spiritual values in a human incarnational existence. And so it's never an easy process. But for those who have gone through it, even a small portion of it, you understand that the benefits of this process are immense, and that the increased consciousness and the increased love that you can feel is magnified to an infinite degree. And so it is part of that, what we call workaday type of behavior, that you can incorporate into your spiritual practice. This examining of beliefs and assumptions, and shifting them when it is time for that shift to occur. And of course, it is becoming aware of your beliefs and assumptions that starts that process. Those are the beliefs and assumptions that are ready to be addressed. And you can do so easily by quieting your mind, body, and emotions, and developing that objective part of your consciousness that we spoke of earlier. Some have referred to it as an objective observer. And just observe the energy of these beliefs and assumptions that have come up. You need not have any type of specific thought process for what you may find if you are adept at this objective observer, is that you can watch your thoughts as they come up dispassionately. And many times it is that process itself that begins to release you from the chains and fetters of these limited beliefs and assumptions. They certainly go a long way, this ability to watch these thoughts in a detached manner, in releasing and eventually either shifting or expanding the thoughts. Some of the thoughts, or rather the beliefs and assumptions that you have, may just be limited viewpoints of larger truths from which they are a part of. And so it's just a matter of expanding your vision beyond the limitations you have put upon the reality of whatever it is. But yes, if you find yourself making absolute statements about reality or portions of reality, blanket statements, then more than likely you are dealing with a limited belief, a limited assumption, a limited viewpoint of how reality operates. And so, again, as light workers, you do have the tools to address these limited beliefs and assumptions. And we heartily encourage you to utilize these tools for that benefit. Again, my friends, allowing yourselves to shift your beliefs and assumptions and connect to the larger reality will bring an influx of consciousness, of expanded consciousness that is just marvelous to behold as well as to experience. And so do not cheat yourselves of this experience by holding on to these limited beliefs and assumptions. Yes, you may have negative reactions when you realize that you are operating under limited beliefs. Your personal feelings may be hurt. But, again, learning to examine them, learning to understand when you are being confronted with these limited beliefs and assumptions, examine them, and then shift them. That process is extremely valuable. And so we, again, heartily encourage you to apprehend this process, embrace it. Let it become a part of your spiritual practice and personal development. And so, my friends, we leave you with these words and our thoughts and our light and love and that ascension energy from the pole star. May you fill up with all of this energy and light so that you can radiate it outward unto all who may receive it. Good day for now, my loving friends.